Hello, welcome to this brief overview of EduCortex, which is an educational browser-based visualization tool that uses principal components analysis to display psychologically relevant terms that explain variance across brain activation maps from functional magnetic resonance imaging or fMRI studies. Its computations rely on PY-Cortex, which is a 3D brain visualizer, and NeuroSynth, which is a platform for the large-scale analysis of fMRI data. Once loaded, the first thing you'll see on the site is this three-dimensional interactive brain that can be rotated or even resized. You'll also see 4 surrounding panels. On the upper right-hand corner, the viewer controls. On the lower right-hand corner, the word cloud. On the upper left-hand corner will appear associated terms, and on the lower left-hand corner, associated studies with our patterns of activation. The word cloud you see here is based on the principal components analysis of functions with activation variance. And if you go up to the control panel on the upper right-hand corner, you can actually toggle between different word clouds with associated terms and connected activation. In addition to toggling between the various word clouds, a student might use the camera function up here, for instance, to generate an infographic about their brain region of interest for a class presentation. The Associated Terms panel allows users to point and click on brain areas of interest that are color code linked with a term in the word cloud, as I've done here. And you see terms associated along with their Z-scores pop up here. It also is a way for you to enter any functional or anatomical term. For instance, I could type pain into this entry field and hit go, or singulate and hit go, and thereby visualize the parts of the brain that are most associated with that term. I've now clicked a region of the brain that corresponds to pain, and you can see that in the associated terms list here in the upper left-hand corner, a series of terms associated with studies that showed that pattern of brain activation is listed along with their Z-scores. And in the Associated Studies panel, suddenly we have a list of studies that correspond to that particular voxel, for instance. And one can follow up on each of these studies in turn by clicking on these hyperlinks to open up the relevant publications